Welcome to Informatica Cloud 101 on-demand course. In this module, you will be briefed on the Informatica Cloud architecture and secure agent. After completing this module, you will be able to understand the Informatica Cloud Services architecture, explain the purpose of the Informatica Cloud Secure Agent, design an agent architecture for your business, and install the agent on your machine. Informatica Cloud is a SaaS or web-based application. Therefore, you can access it via any machine with internet access and a web browser application. Through the application's various wizards, you can build and test your data integration tasks. You can also use the application to schedule jobs and monitor the results of those jobs. When you access the application, your web browser connects to the Informatica Cloud Services via secure HTTP. As you create, schedule, and run tasks, information is written to the multi-tenant Informatica Cloud Services repository. This repository stores the following data: source and target metadata. For each source and target object, Informatica Cloud stores metadata. This includes field names, data type, precision, and other information needed to build data integration tasks. Data mappings. When you build a data integration task, the data mappings, including any transformation rules, are stored in the repository. Connection information. Information required to connect to specific source and target systems is stored in the repository. Note that this information is stored in an encrypted format. Schedules. After you have created and tested your data integration tasks, they can be configured to run automatically using various scheduling options. All of this information is stored in the repository so that the jobs can run automatically. Logging and monitoring information. The results of all jobs are stored in the repository so that at any time you can log in and view status information. In addition to the Informatica Cloud application and repository, there is a local component called the Informatica Cloud Secure Agent. The Secure Agent is a lightweight, self-upgrading program that runs inside your network. The Secure Agent is actually responsible for moving data directly from source to target. And what is really important about this is that it enables you to access all your local resources, things like databases or applications that reside behind your firewall. Your application data never gets staged or run through Informatica Cloud servers because it is the local agent that is actually running the tasks. So your data remains completely secure and stays behind your firewall. So just a little bit more about the agent. It is available for Windows and Linux platforms. If you're familiar with Informatica and our Power Center product, this agent is a runtime version of that execution component. You also have the ability to install multiple agents within your network. So if you do have multiple resources, then you need to connect to, you could install multiple agents. However, one thing to keep in mind is that you are limited by license agreement to the number of agents that you can install. You're also limited to one agent per machine. So you can only have an agent on your machine talking to a single Informatica Cloud org. Another thing to consider is that when you install an agent in a production environment, you should make sure it is on the machine that is always up and running and available to run the tasks. So building on the diagram I showed earlier, basically what happens is when the secure agent goes to run a task, it connects to our Informatica Cloud repository. From the repository, the agent pulls down all the metadata or information about the task, and it runs the job locally. So here is the complete diagram. This shows you the agent running behind your firewall and how that gives you access to any local files or on-premise databases or applications that you need to connect to. The secure agent then connects to Informatica Cloud repository and downloads all metadata, including scheduling information, data mappings, etc., before it runs the tasks. The design and administration of those tasks is performed through a web browser in the Informatica Cloud application. When the agent needs to connect to a SaaS application, in this case Salesforce, it does that through the Business API. One of the first things you will need to do is design a secure agent architecture for your business. Mainly, you will need to decide where one or more machines within your corporate network you will install the secure agent. The first point to keep in mind is that you can install only one secure agent per machine. Another important thing is that when you install the agent, it is tied to the Informatica Cloud org that you're installing it from. Finally, you can install multiple agents from within a single Informatica Cloud org. So some additional notes on when you might install multiple agents in your org. Typically, this is done while setting up your system. Most of the time in production, there is almost always one agent in the org. You may decide to use additional agents. If you want separate agent machines with different permissions for different business users or user groups, for failover purposes. If you want additional processing power, for example, if you know that your business will typically be running more than 6 tasks concurrently. You may also wish to install an agent on your machine for testing purposes. Just note that installing additional agents does require additional license fee. I will now demonstrate how to install the agent. Verify that the agent is up and running, and rename the agent within your Informatica Cloud org. In this demo, we will install the Informatica Cloud Secure Agent on the local machine. To download the IICS Secure Agent, open the web browser. Enter the URL as shown on the screen to open Informatica Intelligent Cloud login page. Enter the login credentials and click the Login button. From the list of available services, select the Administrator service. The organization information page appears. From the navigation pane, click Runtime Environments. To download the Secure Agent, click the Download Secure Agent button in the upper right side of the user interface. From the Download Secure Agent window, select the platform. Click the Download button and follow the steps to install the Secure Agent. As we already have a Secure Agent installed in the machine, click the Cancel button. Now to view the Secure Agent in IICS, navigate to the Runtime Environments page under Administrator Service. The Runtime Environments page will display a list of agents that have been installed and configured in the IICS organization. The Secure Agent's name will be as per the name of the computer it is installed on. To rename the Secure Agent group, hover over the down arrow icon under the Actions column for the Secure Agent group and click Rename Secure Agent Group. Enter a suitable name in the name field and click OK to save the changes. Similarly, to rename the Secure Agent, hover over the down arrow icon under the Actions column for the Secure Agent and click Edit Secure Agent. Enter a suitable agent name and click Save. The message Secure Agent Saved Successfully appears. Click the Close icon to return to the Runtime Environments page. Verify that the Secure Agent group name and the Secure Agent name are set to the name that is entered. This concludes the demo. If you do run into problems with the agent, and if it shows up in the list as inactive, then the reason for this could be that the agent isn't able to connect to our Informatica Cloud server. Sometimes Windows Firewall, virus cancer, and content filters can block communication. So if possible, disable these applications and then check the status of the agent. If your company uses a proxy server, then you will need to configure proxy server settings for the Informatica Cloud Secure Agent. You must first obtain your proxy server information, including proxy server name, port number, user ID and password if required. In most cases, you can obtain this information from your IT department. In some cases, you can discover the information using your web browser or a detector application available on the internet. So should you run into any problems installing the agent, I would suggest you look at the community site because there is a lot of information available on this. Now I will show you how to access the agent console, where you can start or stop the agent, as well as enter proxy server settings. In this demo, we see how to access the agent console and enter the proxy server settings. Go to the Start menu and search for Informatica Cloud Secure Agent. The Secure Agent console is as shown on the screen. We can stop or restart the Secure Agent using the Stop and Restart buttons respectively. To enter the proxy server settings, click the Proxy button and check the Use a Proxy Server checkbox. Enter the details for the proxy server and click OK. This concludes the demo. The Secure Agent does write information to a log file. The path where this log file is stored is C drive, Program Files, then a folder called Informatica Cloud Secure Agent. This complete path is as shown on the screen. In the Agent Core folder, there will be a log file called infaagent.log. This log file can be viewed using any text editor program. So if you do face issues with the agent, you can check the information in the log file and find out what's wrong with that communication. One last thing to note about the agent, and this typically applies to people who are running the agent on a Windows system. When you install the agent, it automatically inherits the access privileges of the Windows user who installed it. The agent needs permissions to access directories on Windows, and this comes into play when you're doing lookups on flat files. So you may need to go in and reconfigure the Windows server. The screenshot shows the service properties that you can change. This information is also documented on the community site. This module just has one lab, and in this lab, you will install the Informatica Cloud Secure Agent on your local machine. You will also troubleshoot the installation if necessary. This concludes Module 2. In this module, you learned about the Informatica Cloud architecture and the Secure Agent. Specifically, this module showed you how to design an agent architecture for your business, install the Secure Agent, and view the agent log file.